Wanna be Ryan the Great, and today we are talking about this NBA trade deadline, guys. This has been one of the craziest NBA trade deadlines in history. So many moves that need to be talked about, guys. So we're gonna get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you subscribe and post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Ryan the Great blogs. Go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod Great, and make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the video. So, starting off, I'm just going to say we will not be including my reactions to the Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving trades. I reacted to those trades in a separate video, so if you guys want to go check out my reactions to those trades, make sure you guys go check out those other two videos. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So, starting off, we'll start off from the January 23rd trade, where the Washington Wizards sent over forward Roy Hachimura in exchange for Kendrick Nunn and 3 second-round picks. I do think I never got a chance to talk about this trade, even though it did happen a while. I think this helps the Lakers with their three-point percentage. The Lakers are one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Catch and shoot, this definitely helps them, and it also just helps another scorer to help LeBron out. LeBron's have to do most of the heavy lifting for the Lakers right now because Davis, for whatever reasons, bones are made like cotton candy. It really makes no sense to me whatsoever. So this is good for the Lakers on their three-point percentage and helping LeBron out with scoring. For the Wizards, this really does nothing. You're just adding a few second-round picks and a backup point guard. Next, we are going to talk about... Oh, man. Losing where I was. First I do want to talk about John Collins and the Atlanta Hawks. Listen, I am not really a fan of what the Hawks did. Keeping John Collins, I don't think was the right move because you're not going to get anything for him. He is not a 20-point-per-game scorer anymore. That's just the way it is. Trading him for a few role players and a pick would not be the worst thing. You're not going to get a big haul for him. That's all I got to say. Next, we're talking about the 3-team trade deal between the Lakers, Jazz, and Timberwolves, one of the biggest trades of the trade deadline. The Lakers, they will receive D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley. The Jazz, they receive Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and the Lakers' 2027 first-round pick, which is 1 through 4 protected. The Timberwolves received Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2024 second-round pick swap, 2025 and 2026 for second-round picks. First, let's talk about the Lakers here. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Lakers. Why? Everybody talks about the damn Lakers. The Lakers, this is great for the Lakers. They're obviously getting back D'Angelo Russell, averaging 17 points per game this year. Once again, another good three-point shooter for the Lakers. That's helping them out there. And a guy to insert into the starting lineup. And once again, another guy to help LeBron score the ball. And a guard that can, actually take the ball up without turning it over 50 times. I'm looking at Westbrook. And then adding Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley are some great role players that can be a great addition to the Lakers. The Lakers, they have literally guys on minimum wage contracts. Coming off the bench. So adding some role players that are actually capable of doing their role really does help the Lakers. Next, talk about the Utah Jazz. They received Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, and Damian Jones. I don't think Westbrook's ever really going to play for them. I'd be surprised if he does. I wouldn't be surprised if they just buy out his contract or something. But Juan Toscano Anderson and Damian Jones, they are good additions to your team. I mean, the Jazz, they have like 15 first-round picks in the next 7 years, something around there. And just adding another pick that is 1 through 4 protected really, really helps the Utah Jazz, with their rebuilding phase. The Timberwolves, they received Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and a few picks and pick swaps. Obviously, adding Mike Conley does help your chances of, I don't even know if I want to say getting to the playoffs, maybe winning a playoff round. Mike Conley not having his best year, but, still that veteran player that can, still take up the ball really well, and can drop you a few points. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, pretty good role player. I've actually been a pretty big fan of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I do like his game. I do think that's good for them. And then adding some second-round picks is never going to hurt. That is the Westbrook trade, as I like to call it. And next, let's move on to this other trade that I was very upset about. The New York Knicks are acquiring Josh Hart from the Portland Trailblazers in exchange for Cam Reddish, Ryan Arcidiacono. I am not gonna try. Actually, okay. Siv McCallum. I don't know how to say his name. And a lottery 2023 first round protected pick that turns into 4 future second round picks if not conveyed this year. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's definitely a great deal for the New York Knicks. Josh Hart. I mean, you're adding someone who played with Jalen Brunson in college, who has been your best player this year. Josh Hart I thought the Sixers should have traded for. Had a great year last year on the Portland Trailblazers, one of the best players on the court. But this year, averaging 9.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, and 3.9 assists. Very, very, very good role player for the Knicks. And I definitely think this is going to help them with their playoff run. I love Josh Hart. I love his game, and I love what he can do. I really hope he gets a fair chance in the New York Knicks. Speaking of fair chances, Cam Reddish. Free Cam Reddish, baby. That's what we've been saying for the past few years. And he is finally free. He is on a team that, is not really going to go anywhere. So now he's able to show off his talents and prove to teams why he deserves more money on his contract. This year he's only averaging like 8 points per game. And I definitely think, next to Lillard and not really too other many pieces that can score, he can be a option. Or like a number 2, 3 option on the Portland Trailblazers. Well, not 2 because it's Simons, but you guys know what I mean. He could be a number 3 option on this team right now, and this could definitely help him, get that money up. Get that money, baby. Come on, Cam Reddish. Even though I don't like that he went to Duke. That's all I'm saying. Toronto Raptors, they are acquiring center Jacob Poeltl. I think that's how you say his name. In exchange for Khem Birch, a protected 2024 first-round pick, and 2 future second-round picks. The Toronto Raptors, not very active at this trade deadline. They did not deal Pascal Siakam, Gary Trent Jr., or Fred VanVleet. But they were able to pick up one of the best, I'd say, role players in the league right now in Jacob Poeltl. Originally, the Raptors did draft him, so he's familiar with the area, so that helps. I think that does help a lot. But yeah, picking up another role player to help the Raptors get into the playoffs, I guess you could say. I really don't know where they're going to go. I do think they should have dealt either Siakam, Trent, or VanVleet. They probably will in the summer, though, so we'll just have to see there. But for the Spurs, I mean, once they're a rebuilding team, and it really, this really didn't accomplish anything. It's just getting rid of another good player. Also, they didn't trade Anunoby. I forgot to talk about him, too. But you guys know what I mean. What was the next trade? The Thunder trading Mike Muscala to the Boston Celtics. I do think this is actually a pretty good trade because Muscala is shooting like 40-something% from 3. Shooting 39% from 3 right now. I think this is definitely a good move for Boston. Getting a good 3-point shooter in there to help out Tatum and Brown. I do think that's a good move. Bit of a sneaky one in my opinion. The Lakers are trading backup center Thomas Bryant to the Denver Nuggets for Davin Reed and 3 second-round picks. I mean, in the moment, this trade didn't really look that amusing because we didn't know they were in trade for Mo Bamba. We'll get into that trade in a moment, but I really don't see what the problem with Thomas Bryant was. He was doing all right with 12.1 points per game, 6.8 rebounds, shooting 65% from the field. I really didn't think he was doing it all that bad to just deal him for really a bunch of nothing, in my opinion. I've never heard of this guy Davin Reed a day in my life, but I really didn't think this was the best move from the Lakers, and they were pretty active, but I really didn't see this as a good move. Milwaukee Bucks are acquiring Jay Crowder from the Brooklyn Nets. I really don't know what they got for him. I guess we'll see later. Maybe they just dealt him for nothing. I'm not sure. For the Bucks, this really does help the Milwaukee Bucks. They could use another shooter in Jay Crowder, another veteran leader in Jay Crowder. I really like this trade for the Milwaukee Bucks. Do I like it as a Sixers fan? Hell no. Veteran leadership, good shooting, good scoring. I really like this for the Milwaukee Bucks. For the Brooklyn Nets, they're done, so it is what it is. This is the biggest. As a Sixers fan, this is the biggest trade I'm about to talk about. The Portland Trailblazers are acquiring Matisse Thybulle as part of a three-way trade with the Charlotte Hornets. The Sixers are getting Jalen McDaniels from Charlotte. The Blazers are getting that guy I was talking about who got traded from the Knicks. I'm not going to say his name. This is obviously the only trade that the Sixers made, but one of the biggest, I will say. I really love this addition of Jalen McDaniels. The man is averaging 10.7 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, only shooting 45% from the field. I'm not too happy about that. I would like some efficient shooters when Embiid comes out of the game. It is what it is. I like 10.7 points per game. I'm not sure where that does leave Harold. This is a good, how do I say it? Like, good backup to Joel Embiid. I really, really do like this deal, getting Jalen McDaniels. And finally, Matisse Thybulle is gone. Listen, guys, I know we talk about defense. Defense is not a thing anymore. Oh, my God. Can we, get off of this stuff? Matisse Thybulle can't play offense. It is an offensive league. All right, 2.6 points per game, 1.3 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 43.4% from the field. He is shooting 32.8% from the three-point line, and he only takes threes. Let's get this in our head. He cannot play offense. A great perimeter defender. I think this is good for the Blazers because they're adding some defense. They added some scoring with Cam Reddish. Now they're adding some defense with Matisse Thybulle. This works out pretty good for the Blazers because they don't need scoring right now. They just traded for it. But this is good for the Blazers. I'm done with Thybulle. Thank you, God. Just go away. Thank you very much. Obviously for the Hornets, this does basically nothing. They're getting nothing for Jalen McDaniels. The Indiana Pacers are acquiring Milwaukee Bucks guards George Hill in a second-round pick. To the Bucks, this means nothing. They literally have not used George Hill this whole time. For the Pacers, adding some veteran leadership. I'm sure, George Hill, he's got some gas left in the tank. He is 36, but, I think he's still got some gas left in the tank to still be playing. I think this is a good move for the Pacers to, try and, I don't know, rebuild. I don't know what the Pacers are doing. It is what it is. But the Denver Nuggets trading Bones Highland to the LA Clippers. I'm a little surprised about this trade. I really don't like this from the Denver Nuggets. I'm not sure why they would consider trading Bones. I think Bones is a future All-Star in the NBA. He can pull up from anywhere and hit a three. I really didn't agree with this trade at all. He's a great guy coming off the bench. For the Clippers, this works. After trading John Wall, which we'll get to in a few minutes. This is a great trade for the Clippers. Getting a younger sort of John Wall, a guy who can come off the bench. The Clippers are already a very deep team. And this just adds to their depth. I really like this trade for the Clippers. The Golden State Warriors are trading former number 2 overall pick James Wiseman to the Pistons for Sadiq Bey. The Warriors, they had to do this. James Wiseman has been absolutely positively terrible. 6.9 points per game, 3.5 rebounds. For a number 2 overall pick, that is absolutely terrible. I thought Wiseman was going to be a breakout star in the league this year. That really didn't help. Trading him to the Pistons, I do think, will help him get his career back on track. But adding Sadiq Bey was a great move for the Warriors. This was really a steal. 15 points per game, 4.6 rebounds. I really think this was a steal from the Golden State Warriors. Just adding more scoring to a team that doesn't seem that could really need more scoring. This is a great move from the Warriors. I really love Sadiq Bey. Villanova guy. I love Sadiq Bey. But, this is a great move for the Warriors. Somehow they really didn't have to give up too much. They only had to give up Wiseman. I guess the Pistons do value Wiseman as a player that can be a future player for them. I'm not entirely sure. But, able to get Sadiq Bey for a guy who has played terrible this whole year is really, really good for the Warriors. So I really do like this move. The Atlanta Hawks are trading Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky to the Rockets for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando. This really does nothing. It helps the Rockets just add some half-decent players to a team that is already terrible. Holiday, I actually kind of like Holiday. He's only averaging 4.5 points per game, but I think he's actually all right. But this really move needs pretty much nothing. The LA Clippers are acquiring guard Eric Gordon, a multi-team deal. The Memphis Grizzlies are sending Danny Green to Houston. The Clippers are sending Luke Kennard to the Grizzlies, who are sending 3 second-round picks to the Clippers. The LA Clippers, they are adding Eric Gordon, who is a great three-point shooter. Once again, the Clippers adding more depth to a team that really doesn't need any more depth. And also Gordon, he spent his first 3 years on the Clippers, so this could be a great homecoming reunion. But Eric Gordon still has some gas left in the tank. He's averaging 13.2 points per game this year. Definitely got some gas left in the tank. And once again, just adding more depth to a team that really doesn't seem to need it, I'll always take it because that always helps in the playoffs. The Memphis Grizzlies, they sent Danny Green. I mean, Danny Green still got the ACL injury, so he's really not going to be, he's really not going to be doing anything. All right, wait, is he playing? When was Danny Green playing? Didn't he have an ACL injury? Since when has Danny Green been playing? What the hell? Am I just stupid? Oh, he's only played in 3 games, that's why. Okay, never mind, my bad. Securing a good three-point shooter, or when he wants to be, is, I guess, all right. The Clippers are sending Luke Kennard to the Grizzlies. To get Eric Gordon, you had to get Luke Kennard. You had to get rid of Luke Kennard. I mean, he's a good shooter, but really can't do much other than that. But, that's definitely a win for the Clippers, I will say. The Orlando Magic are trading big man Mo Bamba to the Los Angeles Lakers for Patrick Beverley. Trading Beverley, it doesn't help your defense, which is not already good. It is what it is. But acquiring another big man after trading Thomas Bryant is definitely good. Mo Bamba, I mean, everybody, who doesn't love Mo Bamba? 7.3 points per game. This could be a good chance for Mo Bamba to, I guess you could say revive. I don't know if I want to say revive his career, but, this does help him out. Being on a team like the Lakers next to LeBron, I think this helps him. Not really much to say about that, I'll be honest with you guys. The Pistons are sending Kevin Knox to the Golden State Warriors as part of a multi-team deal. They bring James Wiseman and all that. So the Warriors also got Kevin Knox. Not really that matters, but it is what it is. The New Orleans Pelicans are sending Devontae Graham and 4 second-round picks to the San Antonio Spurs for Josh Richardson. The Pelicans, this is a great move for them, adding a veteran in Josh Richardson who is averaging 11.4 points per game. This is another guy that's, once again, another team that's adding depth to a team that already has some pretty good depth. I really do like this move for the Pelicans. It's also could add some three-point shooting to this team that could probably use it. You know what I mean? I don't really know too many three-point shooters that stand out on their team. This could be, get the Pelicans back on track to start winning more games, and adding Josh Richardson is just a testament to that. Trading Devontae Graham, I mean, he's really done nothing, so it is what it is. The Charlotte Hornets are trading center Mason Plumlee to the LA Clippers for guard Reggie Jackson. Look, giving up Reggie, it is what it is, but he is agreeing to a buyout with the Hornets, so he'll go wherever he wants, so it really doesn't matter. Or he'll likely agree to a buyout, but it really doesn't matter for him. So, I really don't see what the Hornets would do with him. The Hornets are a tanking team. I really don't see what they could do with a half-decent player like him. But this is a great move for the Clippers. Once again, adding depth to a team that doesn't seem like they need more. This has been Plumlee's best year with the Hornets, and the best year of his career, obviously. Well, I think he's only ever been, he's been in a lot of teams. Holy hell, what the hell am I saying? But yeah, 12.3 points per game, 9.3 rebounds, shooting 67.4% from the field. The Clippers, their big men really don't stand out too much, but adding a guy who has had a half-decent year, he's obviously not an all-star, he's not a superstar, but he's good enough to get the job done. I think that's really all the Clippers need right now. And then our last trade of the trade deadline was that the Portland Trailblazers are trading Gary Payton II to the Golden State Warriors for 5 second-round picks. The Warriors' second-round picks really don't mean nothing to you since you are trying to get back in the title picture. The Blazers, you're not really getting much out of this. But the Warriors, getting Gary Payton II back is huge. He's obviously doing nothing in the scoring department. But defense, something that the Warriors have needed. They've been one of the worst defensive teams this year because they lost guys like Gary Payton II in the offseason. Now adding him back to the roster definitely helps with their defense. The Warriors, I think they had a pretty good trade deadline. Adding some scoring, now adding some defense. They balanced it out. I really do like what the Golden State Warriors did. And I'm a big fan of Gary Payton II. I won't lie to you guys. He also had some pretty good games scoring on the Warriors. So, maybe he can do that again. But, once again, his defense is the thing that stands out, and that's what the Warriors need, and they got it. So, great job from the Golden State Warriors. They can get back into the title picture if they can put it all together. But that'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe to post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Lenny Great Vlogs. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. Go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod Great. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.